This week, Mr. John Hurley came in with bloomandsupply.com, told us all about ordering plants online and delivering them right to your place or going and picking them up within like 24 hours or so. So check out this episode. It's going to be worth it.
Well, today we have my good friend, Mr. John Hurley, who I have always known to be with Hurley Landscape and Design. And but that's not what we might talk about that a little bit today, but that's mainly not what we're here to talk about today. We're here to talk about your new company, Bloom Sply. So
Bloom and Supply.
Bloom and Supply?
Bloom and
Supply.
It's on his jacket, Mark.
I see. But I'm like, when you said that real fast, I'm like, I don't see the N on there.
I get it.
And then I see the and now, so that's cool. So
well, from what I understand, that's a pretty cool name, actually, and once we get into what this is, it's a pretty good name.
So it makes sense. It's fitting. I don't know where you want to
just
start.
tell us what Bloom and Supply is.
Okay, so Bloom and Supply is essentially an online nursery that is, there are other online nurseries, but typically they're very, very small product plants. They're shipping across the country. We're more localized. So we are going to serve multiple counties starting out. For like St. Mary's County, you would go on the website, you would place an order. We could either deliver it to you for a delivery fee, or you can pick it up at Hurley Landscape and Design or Hurley Nursery over in Hollywood. We're also going to be expanding over to Calvert County in April. Cilantro Landscape and Design and Cilantro Nursery, they're going to be supplying for Calvert County. Okay. So essentially, we're going to have a supplier for different regions, and we're going to, move into Charles County and just, take it as far as we can. But we're going to have suppliers for different regions that you can order online and then pick up a quality plant material from that supplier.
So, Cilantro, will they be supplying out of their current location in Calvert?
Correct.
That's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
But it sounds cool. I mean, it's like it gives you the option of actually going and getting it. Right?
I have a feeling that most people are going to want to get their stuff delivered anyway. I think that's part of the service.
It is. Also, at the same time, the one thing that we've noticed is at some of these local nurseries around here, sometimes the plant knowledge isn't really there. We give really good plant knowledge on the website about planting instructions, light requirements, sizing, all of that. So we kind of take a lot of the hassle out of it. And when you order from us, whether you pick up or have it delivered, it's going to be a high-quality plant.
Yeah. Yep. I think that's probably, like you mentioned to me, that's the biggest difference. So, I mean, I've been online and, tried to search for plants before. And I think the big issue there is what you get is it's kind of like it's kind of like 1-800-Flowers, right?
Yeah,
like,
you get in a box and you're like, what are you getting?
And you get these wilted, ugly flowers. I remember the first time I ever used 1-800-Flowers, I think I actually called the number.
Did you? Yeah.
And then they got shipped to the house, and my wife was like, "They're all dead."
They're like, okay.
So I now the way I understand it, at least, 1-800-Flowers, for example, they have an option for local florists.
Local supplier.
Yeah.
Yep.
So and now you actually get a decent product because of that.
Yep.
So it sounds like you're basically doing that on the landscape side.
Pretty much on the landscape side, on the garden side. And we are going to make sure that each supplier has, quality plants that meet our standards. I kind of grew up in the nursery business, so this is, kind of my bread and butter, my cup of tea is what I really like to do. I know what a good plant is. I know where to find them. So we make sure that our suppliers have the resources to get the quality material as well.
It's actually a really cool concept. I mean,
I think it's an
there used to be a company where they would I remember my dad would order online. It was more there wasn't even ordering online. You had to call and they had a magazine and I'm that old. And then you had to call and there was and it was really for gardening and things like that. But that's really kind of a it's nice that it's local again, right? You can get some plants that are local and
so that's what I wanted to touch on. I think it's so cool. First of all, we talk a lot on this podcast about entrepreneurship and business, and I just want to commend you for what you've done.
Thanks.
Going through the motions, like, and I'm going to ask you to tell your story a little bit,
Okay.
but I just know kind of where you started.
Yeah.
And where you are now, and I see, Bloom Supply being something that you could grow not just here in Southern Maryland, but you could make it a big thing, like a 1-800-Flowers.
Correct. Yeah. No, we think that it definitely has that capability for sure, and we're excited about where it goes.
Yeah, that's a really cool.
So it's really awesome.
Yeah, I really like the idea because and then plus, when you, like you said from the very beginning, when you order online, you don't know what kind of plant you're going to get. At least knowing that somebody like you has vetted that nursery or vetted where the plants are coming from, and you're going to get a decent quality product. Because Lord knows, if it isn't decent and I put it in the ground, it's going to die. Right? I'm just saying. If I put dirt,
it's probably going to die anyway, Chris.
Let's be real. It's probably going to die anyway. But but at least it's got a fighting chance if I'm ordering from
That's why John plants everything in my house.
I get it.
Exactly.
My wife said the other day, she said, I think our cherry trees are still alive. I said, yeah, it's because I didn't plant them.
You didn't plant them,
that's
right.
because John planted them. Yeah, they're getting close.
Yeah.
So that's what she's getting
That's
excited
awesome.
about.
Yeah.
That's why she wanted those,
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. We're also going to be doing mulch as well. We'll have soil as well. We're just going to keep expanding it and, hopefully.
So you can order online and get mulch delivered to your house.
Correct. Yep.
That's pretty
really
cool.
convenient.
Yeah, it does. But a lot easier.
Because I remember, even on some jobs that I've done, if we need to fill dirt for a client, that was listed in their house
around
or
the house,
something,
around the foundation.
it's like
or
you
something.
got to call, Joe Bob Supply,
Yeah.
and then you got to wait on hold, and then you got to get a price.
Since now you just, I
If I could go and
some
press
dirt.
a button.
I need dirt.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Send dirt, please. This address. Thank you.
Yeah,
That's
it's that easy. It really, really is.
So tell us how you got started. Tell us a little bit about Hurley Landscape and Design.
Sure.
And then tell us how that kind of
How it transitioned? Yeah. Okay. So it really all started playing baseball in PG County. So I played high school baseball. My baseball coach was a horticulture teacher. So all the baseball players took horticulture. Well, I ended up kind of liking it.
Interesting.
And it stuck
That's
around.
just so cool.
Yep.
That's actually a great story.
Yeah, it is a cool
Right in
story.
itself, it is.
Yeah.
I would say I was in a lunch meeting today, and I was meeting with a financial planner, and I was like, "How'd you get into this?" And he's like, "You're not gonna believe why or how." And I feel like everybody's story starts that way.
Yeah.
It's like, well, you're not really gonna believe how I landed here, but continue.
So then I moved down to St. Mary's County, my senior year of high school, and they had a horticulture program there. So I took it again. And it really just kind of stuck. Started working at a nursery, ended up running a nursery locally for about 10 years, and then started landscaping. And here we are. The landscaping business is, been going really, really, really good. And we've been doing that for, altogether about 15 years now.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So I feel like there's some things that you left out of your story.
That
so
might
I'm
be true.
going to fill in some gaps.
Please help me out.
But for a long time, the nursery or the landscaping business was a side hustle for you, right?
Yeah, definitely was.
So you were working full time at Metro.
The
if I
Metro
recall.
Rail system, yeah.
So Metro Rail System, working full time, doing landscaping on the side, having employees, and then eventually got to the point where he could quit his job and transition fully into business. The reason why I wanted to bring that up is that I think that a lot of people don't realize that that's what it takes.
Yeah.
Takes work.
That's what it takes.
It takes hard work.
It starts with a side hustle that you grind on in addition to your day-to-day until one day you can quit the day-to-day, the side hustle takes over, and it leads to a path that
It's true.
that can be a path of success that's wildly better than what you ever thought it could be, which I personally believe is what you're on to with your new endeavor.
Yep. No, I agree. And to be honest, I probably should have left the Metro job 2 years earlier.
Yeah.
Right.
Everybody
says that.
Everybody says that.
Tend to
They
hold
do.
on a little bit longer,
They all
but
do. It's that sense of security, though, right?
Agreed.
It's that.
I left. I left a pension. I left every
get it.
business was really going that well that I was 1 year away from being vested in a pension, and I left.
Wow.
So I really. Was completely invested.
I might have stayed
in the
another
landscaping.
year.
I might have stayed another.
No. It just hit the point, and I did not love anything about working at Metro, and I really love what I do.
See, that's key too, right?
That's something we've also talked about.
Yeah.
Encouraging young people to go after things that they're passionate about,
go
and
after your
not get
passion.
stuck in a job that's just a job to pay the bills. So many people are stuck in that place right now.
Oh, yeah.
And it's easy to get stuck there and then complain that you're stuck
Right,
there.
and
But if
stuck
you don't
is-
do anything about it,
Exactly.
Right.
so
Right.
hopefully it gives somebody hope in knowing that, hey, you can take a passion, you can turn it into a side hustle. And look, it doesn't happen overnight, but 10, 15 years down the road, you're going to be in a place where, that is now your full-time gig. And I guess,
Exactly right.
when did you make the transition? It was like a few years back, right?
Yeah, 2000. I think it was 2020 is when I made the decision.
Great time to go in.
Yeah.
It was great. Everything just worked out. I mean,
Yeah.
it really did. I mean, I know COVID.
Well, for them, it was probably not
It was
as
good.
bad, right? Because
But still
people
scary.
wanted to fix their yards
I mean,
up.
It
and-
was. Well, I had I actually had left, and then March hit, and they had put in that stay-at-home order and all of that, and I was just like,
Freaked us
okay,
all out.
perfect
Yeah.
timing, and then for our industry and construction, everybody, it really boomed. Yep. So the timing ended up being
People
great.
stayed home. They realized how much they
That's
hated
right.
their house.
They were looking out the window at that dead bush. For,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, you know what?
I'm getting somebody to replace that.
I don't.
Productivity went.
Yeah, right.
I don't know how many calls I got that, hey, I'm sitting at my desk in my home, staring out my window at my backyard, and I hate it. Can you come fix it?
Yeah.
I mean, so many calls like that.
Yeah, I'm sure
Yeah.
that was the thing though. I mean, like
Still
it's-
probably the case now.
Yeah,
would
I think a
imagine.
lot of
People
people are doing
working
the same
from
thing.
home, you're
Yep.
still dealing with that.
Oh, yeah. But at the same time, it's made my life a lot easier, too, when it comes to meeting clients and stuff during the day.
They're there.
They're there.
Yeah.
Yep. So
It's made mine a little easier too.
I'm sure.
It used to be
Yeah.
like everybody wanted to only do listing appointments
At
at
6
5,
o'clock,
6
7 o'clock,
o'clock.
yeah.
And, it's so it's
now
so
they can meet you
challenging.
during the day.
Yeah.
That's something most people can.
Sometimes I'm like, you're asking me to work when I get off of work.
Yeah.
Like,
Where do we go? Where does somebody go right now if they want to where do we send them?
Yep. So there's a couple ways you can go about it. You can go on bloomandsupply.com.
Bloom and Supply.
A-N-D.
Okay, got it.
A-N-D Supply.
Right.
okay.
You can also go on our Instagram and Facebook, both Bloom and Supply, and you can get to the website from there as well. It's a very, very easy site to navigate. If you have any questions, there is a chat menu on there that somebody will respond to very, very quickly. But yeah, very, very easy process.
So Bloom and Supply, bloomandsupply.com.
Yep.
Get on there, press the button, order some
dirt.
Yep.
Press the button, order some bushes.
Yep.
And so what, like, at what level, like, where do you start and stop at that? So, like, if you're shipping, like, could I order, like, a 20-foot tall tree? Or
100%.
Really?
Yep. So right now we don't
pretty
have.
cool.
That is really cool.
Yeah, our tree selection's a little slim right now, but we're adding stuff every week. So we have some crepe myrtles on there that are 12 feet now that we can deliver right to your house.
Now, let me ask you,
Yeah, I know.
this is the $1 million question. Can I also click installation?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
So that's coming.
Okay.
So that's going to be very soon.
Because that's what you want to get
Yep.
to.
Yeah.
For real. I want to
if
be
I
able to
could,
say,
like,
I'll
pull a
mark it on the
20-foot
ground.
tree,
I want that
install?
tree there.
You mean to tell me I can hit this button and, like, then forget about it, and then come
Right.
home on Friday? I hit the
And
button
you-
on
and you got a
Monday,
tree in your
and
front
on
yard.
Friday, I'm like, oh, there's the weeping willow tree that
Right.
I've always wanted.
Yep.
Which
yep.
I venture to say is somebody's story out there. I can't tell you how many people are like, I've always wanted a weeping willow.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just
That's
put
a
that
thing.
like special weeping
Yeah,
willow.
well, they are. That is a thing. You're right because
Yeah.
they're that like childhood memories around
Yeah.
weeping willows.
And-
It's kind of interesting.
And
to say.
fruit
get a lot of
trees
that.
too.
Yep.
Fruit trees,
apple
yeah.
trees, all that kind of stuff. I mean, I think there's big business there, and just to make it easy, because I think
Yeah.
like certain plants and certain trees and certain things around the house, I think it's something that people want, but the amount of effort that it takes to get it is what stands in the way of them pulling the trigger.
I think also it's a time thing. We are all wrapped up in our.
But that's what I mean.
Yeah, we're
Yep.
in our jobs and everything.
Yeah.
We're working different, and we don't
And then
really
it's
have
like
the time.
7 o'clock at night. You're like, man, I wanna call the landscaping company. They're not open.
Right.
So
Exactly.
now, if you can go on and hit a button,
Yeah, that's
so
pretty
cool.
pretty cool. Yeah, I like it.
Yep. I mean, that's kind of what we've had. A lot of our sales have come at night. When people are sitting around the house, maybe having a glass of wine, decide that they want to,
or two,
or
a glass of bourbon, and they're like,
whatever floats your boat, whatever floats your boat. But
after you get done doing an old-fashioned contest,
right, right,
yeah, yep. But yeah, I mean, being able to actually sit down and talk with your spouse, maybe over dinner, about this area or garden that you want to have them plant this weekend, they can go right online and order it up.
The ability to just order a plant, have it come to you, whatever it is you want. Even if you got a green thumb yourself and you take care of your own stuff. Yeah,
it. Even though I'm probably not going to use it because I'm probably still going to be like, "Hey John, this is what I need."
Or his wife's going to.
Well, that's the thing. Yep, exactly right.
Hey Mark, I need a plant that's split, and then I'll be like, "Hey John."
Yep, exactly
my
right.
wife ordered these plants.
You're going to get the online version and the telephone version.
Yep.
Yeah, online order, and then the call from the husband's like, "Hey man,
come put this in." That's fine. We're more than happy to help.
That's awesome.
But pickup should, within 24 hours you should be able to come pick up, and in delivery in most cases we can
really awesome.
fulfill it within 24 hours as well.
Nice.
So
before we wrap up, give us the elevator speech on Hurley Landscape and Design. I want to give you a plug for that. Like, what all do you do? What are your specialties?
Yeah.
I feel like whenever I ask people specialties, they're like, "Well, I do everything,"
Right.
But I know that there's a few things that you guys do a lot of. So.
Yep. So, like Mark, we think we specialize in everything. We do a really good job at all of it. But when it comes down to, I guess, what we're really known for, we do natural rock work. We do a lot of natural rock walls, pavers, patios, retaining walls. Nice. Really good with native plant designs, which I know in this county, there's a ton that need done. All the critical area plantings,
right.
we specialize in
That's
those.
very cool.
And then the simple stuff, just maintenance, lawn care, the whole nine.
Very
good
cool.
deal.
Yeah.
Remind me after we get off here that I need to schedule you to come.
That's fine. Yeah. You're right down by your house today.
Really?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Man, you should have hit me up.
I know.
I'm ready.
I know.
So.
Well,
good deal.
We have a coupon code for you guys too. So anybody who hears it on there, coupon code Get Real,
nice.
10% off.
Sweet.
Get Real, 10% off at bloomandsupply.com.
Yep.
Sweet.
Love it. That's awesome.
All right.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Appreciate you coming in.
No problem.